Today we're going to go over a tool. We're going to go over the impact driver. So this is what the impact driver looks like. It's quite stubby compared to a handheld drill. And before I go into the impact driver, I just want to describe a few things leading up to explain other tools that have preceded the impact driver. So obviously you have a screwdriver, and then there's the electric screwdriver, which is just for light powered driving the screwdriver in. Then came the drill driver, where you'd have a screwdriver bit in a handheld drill, and you've got the different options here. So you can turn this to drill mode, where it won't stop, it will keep going, or to screwdriver mode, where this ring has a torque setting. So the idea of that is you can set the strength that you want to apply to the screw before it will start backing off. It cuts, as you can see. So you're not going to damage whatever it is you're screwing into. But you should still be careful on some things, plastics for example. But the idea is that you can tighten up the strength. You want to go stronger with the drill, so it's stronger with the screw. And that's the screw action on the drill driver. Before I finish talking about this and going on to the impact driver, I want to mention one other component on here, is the hammer action. Now when you have a drill piece in, the hammer action, instead of just turning the drill piece, at the same time it's pounding forwards, and this helps break into the concrete. It has the pointed tip on the drill, and the hammer action just pushes through the concrete much harder, making it a lot easier to drill. So the reason I mention that is because although the impact driver is not doing quite the same thing, it has something slightly similar. So on the screw, instead of the pounding action that you might have with a hammer drill for screwing, this has a pounding action sideways, and it goes like this. So the idea is, instead of just forcing the screw around, with tough screws it's jerking it around, and this drives it in much easier and through areas where you'd really be pushing the screw, and this just goes straight through. Okay, so let's have a little demonstration of some of these. So first I'm going to use the drill driver just to show. So I've not drilled any holes here. Obviously, depending on the size of the screw and the wood and so on, you would have to drill holes if you want to ensure you're not pushing out the wood and therefore splitting it. But this is scrap wood, I don't care, just to demonstrate. And in some cases you really don't need to. Now you don't want to push down too hard when you start off because everything's unstable. So let's just put things in. Okay. Now you saw how that was slipping on the top because it had to drive it quite hard. So let's see how it works with the impact driver. Now a couple of benefits to why the impact driver is better for this type of thing as well is it causes less damage to the screw head, it drives it in a lot quicker, and it's got more driving ability. Although you won't be able to physically tell, I'm hardly putting any pressure down. With the other drill I had to put quite a bit more pressure down. Now the thing is with these type of things, when you start off, don't go straight in, because if it slips you're going to end up going straight into your finger. So always start off with these things just by getting it started. So once you've got it started, you can step away and then you can just go. So you heard the banging action as it started to find resistance. You're seeing that actually take effect and really grip hold of the screw. And in fact, you can see it's even taking it flush, whereas that one didn't. Now, the other thing that's useful about a impact driver is if you're driving into something that's really you've got to go much further, you can take it much further with this. If I want to go deeper with this screw, I can take it straight down. It's really got that power, and that's because again it doesn't have the resistance of pushing down. The resistance is a turning action, so it's actually using the banging action, getting the screw to drive its way through. You saw how quick and easy that went through. Okay, so that's the impact driver. I hope that gives you a quick idea of how it differs to using a drill driver. It's obviously more compact, a bit lighter to carry, and is a lot more powerful. But it has its uses. There's places you could use it and places you shouldn't use it. If you're dealing with delicate materials like plastic back boxes of light switches, for example, if you are really being lazy, you might use that just to take the screw a little way through. But if you drive it back in, it will crack the plastic and cause a lot of damage. So it's not always the tool for the job. It's a lovely tool to have, and you don't need it. This will get you by, but having one is really nice.